did the My Story on Sjogren's disease, telling you guys about how crazy it was trying to get a diagnosis. And thank you all for all of you who have watched it. I hope it helped you. But I've had some people asking, so what are you doing now? What's helping? And I wanted to reach out and tell you. So in this 2 years, a lot has went on. I am no longer taking the hydroxychloroquine. So my doctor prescribed it for me 2 times. The first time she gave me a low dose, and eventually after taking it for about 12 weeks, I had this burning pain all over my body, like I was being put in hot oil, fried chicken. That's what it felt like I'm the fried chicken. So I would lay awake at night, burning pain, especially in my middle stomach area. So I quit it, but I got real desperate, y'all. I got in pain, my whole back, my muscles, everywhere was hurting. So I tried it again. I went to 200 milligram dosage, and in about 6 weeks that time, back to the normal. Felt like fried chicken, burning, neuropathy. I also had some brain fog with that and anxiety. Now that stuff, hydroxychloroquine, it took a long time to get out of my system. It's been about 9 months, I think, no longer, since I quit it. And I feel like I'm finally over all of the side effects from it. It just didn't like me. Now it works for a lot of people, but I cannot take it. So what am I doing to help my Sjogren's disease? I have a new doctor who's so nice and helpful, but the things that I'm doing are not normal medications. Now I still take Mestinon, a medication for my POTS, which is postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and it goes with Sjogren's sometime. So I have to have that. I cannot function. I take medicine for my mast cell activation, or else I would be in anaphylaxis in the hospital. So I take medication, it's important. But as far as Sjogren's itself goes, here's what I do. Here's what I have found that's the most help. 2 things. Number 1, gluten-free diet. I had these horrible, ugly red rashes on my elbows, and I showed them to my rheumatologist, and she said, you know, you should try going gluten-free for a while and see if those rashes go away. And I said, okay, but I forgot about it. So I waited. And I had also had a high arsenic level in my blood from eating organic brown rice waffles. So I was not, they contain arsenic. You can look it up online. Consumer Reports, there's tons of studies on it. I wouldn't eat it if I were you. Anyhow, and I've had B6 toxicity, which I've talked about in another video too. So I wasn't really ready to jump on the bandwagon of gluten-free. However, I got desperate and my pain was very high. And so I thought, hey, what's to lose? I'm gonna try it. I'll eat more different foods like oats and things and see if that helps. So I did. And it was not immediately overnight that I felt better, but slowly and amazingly, I am doing significantly better on a everyday pain level. Now I still have pains, but my fatigue, I was basically laying in the bed all day, and I had a doctor prescribe me modafinil, which is a medication for people who have hypersomnolence, something like that, where you sleep all day, because that's what I was doing. But now that I'm not on the gluten, I can pretty much stay awake a lot better, and my rashes are gone. Pain level significantly different. And I did look up, I had a DNA test run several years ago on the whole exome, and I looked up and I do have this gene that says it's associated with celiac disease, which is another autoimmune disease. Now, do I have celiac disease? I don't know. I don't really care. I'm not eating the gluten again, and I'm not getting the test because you have to eat the gluten for so many weeks before you take the celiac test. So I'm just sticking to the gluten-free diet and doing fabulous. It took several months for that to work for me, but I'm just telling you it's great. Another thing that helps me, number 2, is a low oxalate diet. I read the book called Toxic Superfoods by Sally K. Norton. Years ago, I had a brain cancer diagnosis, and so I thought it would be great to do vegan, eat all the nuts and fruits and heal your body. But it just about killed me, honestly. And so the book will tell you the steps if you are interested in eating a lower oxalate diet. Here's how I know it works for me. When I eat certain foods, I am in utter pain and agony. One of them, of course, is gluten. It does not help me. But the oxalates is an instant thing. So these 3 foods I avoid most of all: potato chips, chocolate, and tree nuts. Those are very high in oxalate and will send me over the edge in pain immediately, and I'll have sleepless nights. And so I just eat a lower oxalate diet. I avoid gluten, and my life has changed significantly. I can't take the hydroxychloroquine. Right now, my doctor says I do not have organ involvement, and so I'm just gonna keep on punching through, with what I'm doing. Okay, so the only thing that does show up in my blood work is the positive ANA. So in the beginning, in 2019, I had the homogeneous, I think that's how you say it, pattern at 1,320. Well, today, in 2026, my pattern has changed after these diets that I'm doing. Gluten-free, low oxalate. I went from having the worst pattern that you want to have, homogeneous, to having the best pattern you want to have. I now have the fine, dense, speckled pattern, but my titer is 1,640. Now, some people have a 1,640 with a fine, dense, speckled, and it's benign. Now, I know I have Sjogren's disease, but in my eyes, this is me, I'm no doctor. I feel like going from homogeneous to fine speckled, I'll take it. That sounds like good news. I'm not going to complain. I will continue with my gluten-free diet, low oxalate diet, and I'll keep y'all updated. Blessings to you all. Hang in there. We can do this.